These are just my daily lessons, life lessons that I'm learning, that I'm sharing here. So the first one that I learned is listen, give people your full attention. So it's nothing worse than somebody talking to you or you talking to somebody else and they're not listening. They're interrupting. They're doing something else. They're on their phone. They're texting. They're emailing. They're doing other things besides listening to you. And what I have learned is that the most important thing that we can do is give somebody our attention. So when someone is talking to you, give them your full attention. Listen with your eyes, your heart, your focus, your ears. Just focus. Listen to what they're saying to you, because whatever they're saying to you is important to them. So it ought to be important to you. So listen, focus and listen to what they're saying to you. Give them your full attention. Number two is never hold back an I love you. And so this is important because sometimes I think we think that if we're mad at somebody, we're punishing them. We don't say I love you, but it may be the last time we see that person. So never hold back an I love you. When you get a chance to share with somebody, to be with somebody that you love, never hold back an I love you because you're mad. Always say I love you. It helps you, it helps them. So always say I love you when you're presented with an opportunity. Number three is trust yourself. Super important that sometimes we trust other people more than we trust ourselves. So we have got to make a commitment to ourselves that we're stuck with ourselves for our whole life. So we need to trust ourselves. I believe that God gives us intuition to where we know things when things are off, when people are dishonest, they've just done things that are wrong. We automatically know it, but we trust the other person more than we trust ourselves. Or we don't want to believe that this person is not who we thought they were. So trust yourself. This is a valuable lesson that I keep seeing over and over again. It's super important. Super important. Trust yourself. The next one is do it afraid. So on the other side of on the other side of fear is success. And so we don't do nearly the things that we should because we're afraid. We're afraid of criticism. We're afraid of what people are going to say. We're just overwhelmed with the fear. We're just afraid of failure. We're afraid that things won't work out like we want them to. But do it afraid, because when you fail, you learn. There's so many lessons behind the failure. And so when you do things afraid over and over again, you're not afraid. You're less afraid, right? You realize that no matter what happened, you're going to be okay. Things are going to be okay. You're just, life is a learning experience. And so we have to do the things that we're afraid of. And I know none of us want to feel the fear. None of us want to get past the fear. None of us want to move forward past the fear. None of us want to be afraid. We want things to be easy. We want everything to be easy. We want to just go through life and things are fun and easy and exciting. And we don't want to have to be afraid to do something. But the truth is, for me, I've noticed that if we do it afraid, we're going to learn. If we do it afraid, then we know next time, okay, this didn't work. I need to do this. I can just kind of tweak this. But make it a habit of doing things that you're afraid of. You never know what's going to happen. You never know if what you're wanting to achieve, you're going to achieve it that first time. You just don't know. And so doing it afraid and then learning. But just know that when you don't do things that you're afraid of, you live in a place of complacency. You live in a place of fear where nothing you're trying to do works, because you're stuck in this rut. You're stuck doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different to happen. The next one is give it your all. Whatever you're doing, give it your all. Give it 100%. Don't be afraid to give it your all. So sometimes we find ourselves, we just barely do it. We just barely scratch the surface. We just do enough, just thinking that enough is enough. But we need to give it our all. We need to work as hard as we can on something, give it our all, do our best. And then we'll see how things will start to work out for ourselves. We're planting seeds. And so we can't reap a harvest that we didn't plant. And the only way we can do that is we got to work hard and give it our all and stop just doing enough to get by. We got to give it all and do our best. The next one is words have power. When we speak over our life, good or bad, these words matter. So just remember that words have power. And we want to make sure that the words that we use are words that we want to come back to us. We want to make sure the words that we use are positive, uplifting, and good. And that's going to help somebody else. So just be mindful of what you're saying and how it affects other people and how it will affect you in the future. The next one is family over everything. And so this is something that I'm learning daily. how much my family is important to me. And so I just got to make sure that my priorities, the things that I'm doing on a daily basis, reflect that my family is important to me, that they're my top priority. And then last, people over profits. As a business owner, I just want to make sure that on a regular basis that I'm keeping people first over profits, that I don't want to hurt people just so I can make a profit. I don't want to, lay an employee off so that I can make a profit, so that I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that, and I mean, I know that, there's a lot of variables to this, right? But I just want to make sure that I'm keeping people first over profit. So just some things that I've learned that have helped me just kind of daily. I'm reflecting and I'm writing down the things that I'm learning. I think this is so valuable because, first of all, it's good for me to see, okay, this is what I learned, but it's good to share with other people. So maybe I can help save them some of the time and energy that I wasted on these things that I didn't know or I didn't put into practice. And so just some things to be thinking about.